Hey, y'all, Gary here with Tennessee Stands. Hey, pay attention, Tennessee, Nashville especially. Listen up. You are about to once again come under unlawful, unconstitutional tyranny. But here's the kicker. Your governor, Governor Bill Lee, has a legally prescribed duty to do something about it. So let's take a look. The Nashville City Council on October 5th, coming up real quick, is going to be voting on the third reading, the third and final vote of putting you under an unlawful mask mandate in Davidson County. Here's a little bit of history that you need to know about. This mask mandate has been made in Shelby County by order of the county health officer. That's a whole nother topic we'll get into another time, but their county health officer has the legal authority to do seemingly whatever they want to do in the county per a new law that was passed this year. Again, I'm going to do a separate video on that at a later date. So, the city knowing that they have no authority to make a mask mandate, previously passed a resolution urging the health department, the Metro Health Department, to make a mask mandate because we got to have it, right? Shockingly, the Metro Health Department rejected the resolution and actually stated that they didn't feel that they needed a mask mandate, that the vaccine was the answer. Now, how often have we been told over the last year and a half, we've got to follow the urgings and the leadings and the guidelines set forth by our health directors? So the Metro Health Director says, we don't need a mask mandate, no mask mandate. Well, that's not good enough for the tyrants. Tyrants want a tyrant. Tyrants want tyranny. So what are they going to do? They're going to force it down your throats anyway. So they've now drafted an ordinance to make a mask mandate, even though they know it's unlawful. Watch this news clip. Let me pull this up here from News Channel 5. Check this out.
Opponents say the council should defer to the health department, and the director has said a mask mandate isn't needed right now. The focus should be on vaccines. They also were concerned with how the ordinance would be enforced.
But the fact of the matter is that public health interventions rarely are very successful if they don't have any type of enforcement mechanism. And our problem here is there is no real enforcement mechanism.
All right, so super important. Get this. Metro City Council is fully aware that they have no legal authority whatsoever to make a mask mandate. And that if they make a mask mandate, that it is unenforceable. Yet they are doing it anyway. And look, we already know this, right? Because remember last year whenever the governor, albeit unconstitutionally, drafted an executive order that gave county mayors the ability to make a mask mandate? Well, why did he do that? Because they didn't have the authority to do so. And the city council now knows they don't have the authority to do so, and there's no executive order from the governor, so where's the authority coming from? All right, so we get there's no authority. Nashville, here's your opportunity to stand up, and you should be calling the governor's office because let's talk about now how to fix this. Let me pull up Title 8 in our code. Just a second here. All right, let's take a look at this. In the state of Tennessee, in Tennessee law, we have what's called an ouster law. We have grounds for removal for elected officials in the state of Tennessee who engage in willful misconduct. Let's read the law. Title 8, 47-101. Officers subject to removal. Every person holding an office or trust of profit under and by virtue of any of the laws of the state, either state, county, or municipal, except such officers as are by the Constitution removable. That's a whole different issue entirely in terms of impeachment and some of our judges and whatnot that are in our Constitution. Most elected officials have no constitutional ability to be recalled or anything like that in our state. So Tennessee state law provides for a way to remove them from office when you can prove that these elected officials are exceeding their authority, operating with willful misconduct. So the law says that these folks can be removed from office who shall knowingly or willfully commit misconduct in office, malfeasance, that is abuse of power, or who shall knowingly or willfully neglect to perform any duty enjoined upon such officer by any of the laws of the state. So it's saying they must follow the law. They must follow the law prescribed to them by the General Assembly, which also means they can't exceed the law. They cannot knowingly and willfully enact things as a governing body, as elected officials, which they know they have no authority to do. You just heard on News Channel 5 that they know they have no authority to do this. Let's take it one step further. In that same grounds for removal, in Title 8, 47-109, the governor's duty to direct prosecution. Now listen to this closely. The governor shall have power, and it shall be the governor's duty. Let me clarify that for you. What that means is we're not talking about the governor has an option to execute. We're saying the governor has a duty. He must act. Whenever the governor has knowledge that reasonable grounds exist for the proceedings authorized under this chapter, and he is to direct the Attorney General to prosecute these people. So let me make sure that Tennesseans, that you're clear on what's happening here. The City Council of Nashville, against the direction of the county health department, is going to vote to issue a mask mandate in Nashville for which they know they have no authority to make and there is no enforcement. Your governor, your Republican guy who loves the Constitution, conservative governor, by Article 3, Section 10 of the Tennessee State Constitution, shall faithfully execute the laws of Tennessee to the best of his ability. That's his prescribed constitutional duty. And as I just showed you in Title 8, per state law, has a duty prescribed to him by the General Assembly to direct the Attorney General of this state to prosecute elected officials who knowingly exceed their authority, abuse their power, and commit misconduct in office. Nashville, here's your chance. All of you who love liberty in Nashville should be beating down the governor's door and demand, not ask, not request, demand that he execute on the duty prescribed to him by our Constitution and by the General Assembly to prosecute these people. To prosecute these people who are knowingly enforcing tyranny over the people of Nashville. Here's your time to go. You've got the tools. Go get them, Nashville. Do not comply.